If you want to make 2022 the most amazing year for yourself and your family financially, you are in the right place. Hey everyone, happy new year. I hope this new year finds you and your family well. And I am looking forward to everything that 2022 is going to bring us and all the opportunities. So I want to help you take full advantage of each and every one so you can have a blessed new year. So let's go ahead and get right into it. In this video, I'm going to share with you seven smart financial goals you should set for 2022. My name is Alex Jones. On this channel, I share tools, tips, and strategies to help you create financial freedom and build wealth for yourself and for your family so you can live your best life and leave a legacy. I can remember as a kid growing up, I used to make a list. I had a Christmas list of things that I wanted for Christmas. Of course, a birthday list of things you wanted for your birthday. And at various times in my life, I knew the importance of making a list. As I got a little older, I understood that making a list is a form of setting goals. As I began to learn the importance of setting goals, how you properly go about setting those goals, I realized I should become more intentional about setting them. And by the way, I created a video, I think the last episode, I talked about the importance of setting goals and how you should do it so that it's more impactful and more powerful. So you can go and watch that video. The link is in the show description. Once I understood how important those things were, then I began to get intentional about setting smart financial goals. And as a result, my income dramatically grew, my savings dramatically grew, my net worth went up astronomically. Number one, the first thing that I highly recommend you make as a goal, as a smart financial goal, is to increase your income. Increase your income. Now, this seems like this makes common sense, but so many people overlook this part. We start looking for things that we can get rid of and things that we can cut out and remove that oftentimes make life enjoyable for us. And one of the things that many of us overlook is the importance of increasing your income, growing your cash flow. Now, I want you to create a home-based business. Yep, a home-based business. Now, this is for everyone. Even if you are self-employed, if you are self-employed and you work outside of your home, I want you to create another home-based business. And there are two very good reasons why I want you to do it. Number one, obviously, this positions you so you can do what? Increase your income. Makes sense, right? But there's a second thing. Number two, it gives you the opportunity to write off some of your home expenses. These are things that you're already paying for, like your rent, mortgage, light, gas, water, cable, internet, computers, telephones, all the things that you would typically use in a business. Some of those things you are also paying for in your home. So it only makes sense for you to position yourself so you're able to write off some of those expenses. It can literally put thousands of dollars back into your pocket. So you are increasing the amount of expenses that you are able to write off on your taxes. So it positions you well to put more money back into your pocket. You may be asking, well, Alex, what type of home-based business should I start? The type of home-based business I want you to consider online or is some sort of digital product. And here's why. If you provide a service as your home-based business, it's going to require you to trade your time. If you are providing the service, it's going to require you to trade your time for money. And that's not what I want you to do. I want you to position yourself so you're able to scale the amount of income and the number of people you are able to service with little to no additional expenses that you have to incur from manufacturing more products or that you have to spend time to provide that service. So if you find something that's online, e-commerce, affiliate marketing, okay, if you have a digital product, a course or class, once you have created it once, it doesn't cost you really any more money to deliver it from one person to 1,000 people. And so that's how you're able to really scale your income without having to incur a lot of additional expense or time that's usually needed for your traditional type of business. The second smart financial goal I want you to set for 2022 is to create a spending plan. Hey guys, you absolutely must have a spending plan for your life and for your family. Operating your life without a spending plan is very similar to trying to drive blindfolded. Just imagine if you were in your car, blindfolded, trying to get to your destination. You're not sure exactly how to get there. You're not sure which roads to take. You're not even absolutely sure of what your destination really is. You don't know if you have enough gas to get you where you want to go. It is very similar. You wouldn't drive to your destination, your car, your home blindfolded, would you? Absolutely not. You want to create a spending plan so you know that every single dollar that you generate, every single dollar that comes into your household, it has a purpose. It is directed. Instead of you wondering where your money went, you know exactly where it went because you have a spending plan. Your spending plan should align with your values, your principles, the things that are really, really important to you in your life. The third financial goal I want you to set is I want you to reduce your expenses and spending. And if you are spending money in areas that's either number one, not necessary or essential, it's wasted money. That's number one. And number two, if it is essential, you want to ask, is it something that's putting money back into your pocket? See, many things, a lot of things we spend money on are toys, gadgets, clothes, jewelry, spending money on eating out. Those things are really just expenses. It's just money spent. Now, I'm not recommending that you cut these things out. I'm simply saying that you begin to watch them and manage them and begin to ask yourself, if you're going to spend those dollars, is this helping me get closer to my goal or keeping me from reaching my financial goals? Number 4, guys, I want you to increase your savings, but I want you to do it in a particular way. So first of all, if you are working for a company, I want you to find out if that company has a 401k plan. If it does and you are not participating, and if your company matches your contributions, I want you to start contributing or saving money in your company's 401k program. If they are matching your contributions, that means that is essentially free money for you. So if you're not contributing, you're missing out on free money that's given by the match from your company. Number 2, if you happen to be someone who is self-employed, don't worry. If you are self-employed, you can actually create your own or set up your own SEP, S-E-P, IRA. IRA stands for Individual Retirement Account. SEP stands for Simplified Employee Plan. And so you're able to actually set up your own SEP IRA so you can begin contributing to your own retirement for yourself. If your company does not match contributions made to a 401k program, no problem. Like I said before, you could go ahead and set up a SEP plan or individual retirement account as well, depending on if you have a business, you want to set up a SEP plan, SEP IRA. If you do not have a outside business, you can set up a traditional IRA account. I next want you to focus on building your emergency fund. If you don't have monies set aside right now for emergencies, if you are sick, hurt, unable to work for any reason, you want to have monies set aside, right? So you're able to stay afloat while you are in transition or you're not working. Having a well-funded emergency fund is how you want to do it. Make it a goal. Make it a goal to at least save $500 in your emergency fund first. All right. And then go on to $1,000. You at least want to get to a place where you have 3 to 6 months of necessary bills and expenses, monthly bills and expenses. You want to have at least 3 months set aside an emergency fund just in case the worst happens. If you already have your emergency fund set aside, if you're already putting money in a 401k plan or a SEP IRA, I want you to now focus on putting money in a Roth IRA. A Roth IRA account is a little bit different from the traditional because all the monies that you put into a Roth is considered, number one, after-tax dollars. You are not able to write those contributions off, but guess what? All of the growth you have in your Roth IRA account will grow tax-free. Tax-free. So all the money that you put into that Roth IRA, if it grows over the next 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years, all of that growth is what? Tax-free. So you definitely want to add that to your repertoire. The fifth smart financial goal I want you to set for 2022 is I want you to pay off or pay down your high interest debt. High interest debt. What I want you to do is I want you to make a list of all of the debt you have. Mortgage, car notes, student loans, credit cards, personal loans. I want you to write down a complete list of all of the monies that you owe. And then next to it, I want you to put the interest rate associated with each debt. Okay? And then next, you're going to put the monthly payment that you need to make in order to make sure that you satisfy the debt. Once you do that, I want you to look for any debt or interest that's being charged higher than what you can invest and put your money into and get a return from. For example, if you have a credit card interest rate or credit card debt at 19%, okay? And if you cannot invest or put your money someplace where you can get greater than 19% interest, okay, then it makes more sense for you to pay down that debt. Pay that debt off so that way the monies that you free up can then be invested and put in some asset that's going to provide you some return long term that can be compounded and add to your overall net worth. Number 6, the sixth smart financial goal I want you to set is I want you to read. I want you to read. Take the time to learn about personal finances. Understand how this works. Understand that just because you may have a job, just because you may have a home or mortgage or a car loan, does not mean that you know everything you need to know in order that you use money wisely. You would probably agree that the wealthy play the money game a little bit different than most of us do. You want to start taking time to learn and educate yourself. Look for opportunities and look for ways to learn more about how to increase your income, how to save and manage your money better. How can you invest so that you can get a greater return on your money? And how do you protect your hard-earned assets? That is very, very important as well. And so I'm going to put in the show notes a few books that I highly recommend that you take a look at to help you work smarter and not harder when it comes to handling and managing your money. And then finally, the seventh smart financial goal for 2022, I want you to review your credit report. Now, I know there are some people out there that say, hey, you should live totally debt-free. I get it. It makes sense. But there are times when you may want to purchase or control an asset that is going to put more money in your pocket and going to help you really, really beef up your net worth. And you may not have all of the cash needed to purchase or control this property. That's where the smart use of credit becomes very, very handy and very important. And you want to make sure that if you are going to leverage using debt to control assets and put money in your pocket, you want to make sure that you do it as cheaply as possible. And the way that you do that is to make sure that you have great credit, personal credit, and or you employ the use of business credit also. Those are the 7 smart financial goals that you should absolutely look at setting for 2022. What are some financial goals that you have set already? I'd love to hear from you. What are some of the other financial goals you have set aside for 2022? So, hey guys, as always, thank you for listening to the episode. I look forward to seeing you next time in the very next episode. All right. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time.